Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to start a new lesson which is on page 79. It is about adjectives and adverbs. Well, there are several classes of adjectives and adverbs, but adjectives of quality and adverbs of manner are most important. Adjectives of quality, they modifies the meaning of a noun by denoting a quality. Adjectives of quality, they show the quality of the adjective, like a hot day, green grass. Green is showing the quality of grass. Hot day, hotness is showing the quality of the day. So these are called adjectives of quality. And the adverbs of manner, they show how or in what manner an action is done. Like you walk slowly, you write very badly, and these adverbs are formed from adjectives by adding ly. Like we have an adjective angry, we can convert it into adverb by adding ly at the end. Like it will convert into angry, angrily, gentle, gently, bright, brightly. Adjectives and adverbs are used with certain changes of form to make comparison. These variants forms are known as comparatives and superlatives. Well, we have already read all these things in class 6. If you remember, we have already done equative adjectives, comparative adjectives, and superlative adjectives. Similarly, we form the comparatives by adding the suffix er to short adjectives and adverbs. If we add er in short adjectives and adverbs, they will become comparative. They will become comparatives, and we can insert more before the longer ones. We have an example like Akbar is taller than Aslam. And the second one, the book is more interesting than that. Here we have inserted more before the longer adjective. In the same way, we form the superlative by adding est to short adjectives and adverbs and the word most before longer ones. Similarly, we can insert est at the end of shorter adjectives or adverbs and insert most before longer ones, and we will convert them into superlatives. Like this is the longest journey we have yet made, and the second one, he is the most trustworthy clerk in the office. And the comparative degree is generally followed by then, like he is wiser than his brother, but sometimes comparatives ending in or, these are followed by the word to instead of then. Like we have an example here, his strength is superior to mine. Here word superior, it ends with or, so we are going to insert to after it, like his strength is inferior to mine. Now come to the exercise. You have to point out the adjectives and you have to tell the name of the degree of comparison in the sentence. First one is London is the largest city in the world. Well, in this sentence, largest, it is the adjective, and as we can see that it ends with est, so it is the superlative, right? Come to second one. The old man has a sharp knife. Again, sharp is adjective, but here we can see there no comparison is made. Now come to third one. Lead is heavier than silver. We are having a kind of comparison, so heavier is comparative adjective. This is most interesting book, so most interesting is superlative. Which of the two is the larger? Here we are making kind of comparison between two, so larger is comparative degree. Which of the three is the finest? When we are making comparison among more than two things or person, then it is called the superlative degree. Here you can see that which of the three is the finest. we have to tell which tree is finest among many trees. So it is finest is the superlative degree. This cloth is inferior to that. Again, inferior is comparative adjective. Abdullah is wiser of the two. Here wiser is comparative adjective. Similarly, you can do the rest of two. Use the comparative or the superlative degree as the case may be of the adjectives enclosed within brackets. Well, we have to tell to which category it belongs. Like Rose is, in brackets we have beautiful. Rose is beautiful of all the flowers. So we have to tell that rose is one beautiful flower among many flowers. So we are making comparison among number of flowers. So it will be rose is the most beautiful of all flowers. It will convert like that. Second one, gold is heavy than iron. So we are making comparison. So gold is heavier than iron. Third one, this is the largest hall in the town. Did you ever see worse boy than he? Because we are using second form because we are showing comparison between two. I have now less pain than I had before. Sixth one, this is the biggest animal I have ever seen. Because we are telling about the one thing among number of animals. Take a shorter of the two route. As we are making comparison between the two, so we are converting it into shorter. A wise enemy is better than a foolish friend. Come to question number third. Correct any errors you may find in the following sentences. Here if some errors are present, you have to correct them. He expects to see happy days. More will omit because it is not correct. This book is cheaper than that. We are making comparison, so more will be omitted and cheap will convert into cheaper. Abdullah is the cleverest of the four boys. Monday was colder than Sunday. Again, we are making comparison, then we have to omit more and we have to insert er at the end of cold. Ali is taller than Bashir. It is better to be silent than to speak in anger. Come to part 5. You have to correct the following because we have to convert it into adverbs, right? The ruffian behaved very cruel. It will convert into ly, cruelly. The poor child cried bitterly and most will be omitted. Ali wrote splendidly. Similarly, you have to do the rest of sentences. Now come to next page, page number 84, bottom of the 84. Use of some important adjectives. Here some adjectives are given and we will go through them once. You have to read them again and again, then you will be able to make difference then how you will use the proper adjectives. Like all and whole. All shows number and whole shows quantity. Like we have an example. He ate all the apples. It means all the number of apples are eaten by some person. He drank the whole milk. We are talking about the quantity of the milk, right? Many and much. Many refers to number. We use when we are talking about number. Like there are many men in the garden. And when we talk about quantity, we are going to use much. There is much milk in the jug. Some is used in affirmative and any is used in negative and interrogative sentence. Like when we are telling about something, like he gave me some money. Sentence is in an affirmative form, so we have used some. He gave He did not give me any money. Have you any money? So we can see that in a negative and interrogative sentences we have used any. Fewer and less. Fewer denotes number, like no fewer than 50 men were killed in the explosion, and less shows quantity. We do not sell less than 10 seers of milk. Letter and letter. Letter refers to time. You reached later than your brother. And letter denotes position, like Aslam and Akram are two brothers. But the later, we are talking about the person who we have mentioned at the second place. Aslam and Akram are two brothers, but the latter is more intelligent than the former. It means Akram, who is mentioned at the second place, the latter one is more intelligent than the first one. Further and further. Further means distant. For example, Karachi is further from Lahore than Multan. Further is used when something or some person is at a distant place. This work must be finished without further delay. Elder and older. Elder is used for person only and chiefly in connection with members of the same family, and older is used for both persons and things. Like Abdullah is my elder brother. This building is older than that. Like Abdullah is older than Ahmed. Latest and last. Latest, something which is new. Latest, what is the latest news? And last, like we use the last story was interesting. Nearest, something which is at the near place. Like post this letter in the nearest post office. And next is when we are talking about something or some person which are at the next position, we can say at next place, or in other words we can say that it denotes a kind of position. Like my friend lives in the next house. The girl sitting next to me is very clever. A little, little, the little, and few, a few, the few. So by reading this, we will be clear how we can use all these words. Like I have a little money when we're talking about some money. I have little money is when we hardly have any money. I have spent the little money I had. Not much, but all of that I have spent all the money. I have few friends in the town. Talking about some friends. I have few friends here. I have hardly any friend here. He lost the few friends he had. It means he lost all the friends which he had. To come to exercise, you have to add some or any as required. I have done, and you have to go through it once. Like ask him for some more paper. I don't think there is anyone here who can speak English. Have you any food? Yes, I have some food. Put some salt on your meat. The cook has not put any. He wants to get some sleep. As we have already read that, we use some for the affirmative sentences and any for the negative and interrogative sentences. Now we are going to read some special uses of adverbs. Very and much to. Well, very is prefixed to positive adjectives or adverbs, and much to comparative adjectives or adverbs. Like he is very good boy. He is much better today. Right? He writes very slowly. Sometimes very is used with present participles and much is used with past participles. Like we have an example. I saw a very pleasing night. I was much exhausted after the journey. But sometimes very is also used with past participles, like the few one says, I am very pleased with your work. I was very tired yesterday. Similarly, some few are given over here. You have to go through it. TWO2. It conveys a negative idea. Like, I am too tired to walk. If we use to with an infinitive, it means it is giving the idea of negativity. Like, I am too tired to walk. It means I am so tired that I can't walk anymore. To conveys the idea of excess over what is proper, as it is too hot today. The stick is too big for me. Like we can say, coffee is too hot to drink. At present and presently. At present means at that time, at present time, and presently means without delay. Like, at present there is no vacancy in the office. He must come presently. Means he come without any delay. Immediately and at once. Immediately is used when one action follows another. And at once means without any delay. We have an example like, when at once is used, he left the office at once. And immediately when one action follows the other. Like, he left the office immediately. He heard the news of his father's death. Continually and continuously. Continually means when occasional breaks, but continuously means without any break. Like, to and enough. To combines with the infinitive. Like, when we combine to with infinitive, then we make a kind of negative. Like, this man is very weak. He cannot walk. When we change it like, this man is too weak to walk. To walk is infinitive. When we add to combines with an infinitive, when the flavor of the sentence, we can say, or the essence of the sentence shows the negativity. Like, this man is too weak to walk. Or we can say that, as I have already told, that this coffee is too hot to drink. That this coffee, it means that coffee is very hot and no one can drink it. So we use, when we change it, it will be like, the coffee is too hot to drink. Enough with infinitive always has affirmative meaning. Now, he is very tall. He can touch the ceiling. When we will change it, it is showing the meaning of the sentence is that the person is very tall and he can touch the ceiling. Then we will change it like that. He is tall enough to touch the ceiling. Now we will do some exercise which is on page number 90. I have already done for you, and you have to prepare the page and then use either to or enough and infinitive to express the following ideas. Like, this soup is very hot. I cannot drink it. Then we will change it like, this soup is too hot to drink. The sentence will show the negativity. You are quite old now. You can have a watch. It means that you are quite old, so you can have a watch. A kind of affirmative essence. So we can convert it like, you are old enough to have a watch. The weather was hot. We could go out. We will change it. The weather was hot enough to go out. Next, it is very wet. You must not go out. We will convert it like, it is too wet to go out. That there is too much wetness out there, so no one can go out. The news is very good. It cannot be true. The news is too good to be true. The wind is very strong. It will blow the roof off. It means the wind is very strong and it can blow the roof. So a kind of it is kind of affirmative. So the wind is strong enough to blow the roof off. I have some money. I can pay the bill. So it will be I have enough money to pay the bill. Rest of 3 sentences are left. And students, you can do them by yourself. And you have to write down in your copies. Next is you have to fill the blanks with suitable adverbs, right? Adverbs, as we have already read, that mostly adverb of manners are used, and we use them, we convert adjectives by adding ly at the end. But some other adverbs are also done by us. First one, she reached home quickly. The sight was very amusing. The sun shines brightly. He is too weak to walk. He is much interested in me. I shall be very pleased to dine with you. Oil is much heavier than water. My mother is much better today. He is strong enough to carry his own luggage. She is much older than my mother.